You're out of the house. Grab your stuff at the garage. My dad texted me and gave the house to my sister because she deserved it after years of doing nothing. So I replied, guess who's paying the mortgage? I am 32. I work as a regional manager for a distribution company. Boring job, decent pay, nothing special. Live with my parents and have for a while now. Yeah, I know how that sounds, but it made sense at the time. Got a girlfriend, Vanessa, who works at a dental office. Been together about a year and a half. My parents do not really like her much, but whatever. My sister Emma is 29, married to this guy Brandon. They're the golden children. Cannot do anything wrong in my parents' eyes. I'm more like the backup plan, the reliable one who shows up when they need something fixed. So anyway, this happened on a Tuesday. Regular boring Tuesday at work, sitting in my office, pretending to care about inventory reports when my phone buzzes. Text from Dad. You're not welcome home anymore. We changed the locks. Your stuff is in the garage. I stared at that message for like 5 minutes straight. Read it probably 10 times thinking I missed something. Nope. Still said the same thing. Called him immediately. He picked up on the first ring like he was waiting for it. Dad, what the heck is going on? It's time you figured out your own life, Jake. You're 32 years old. My brain just stopped working for a second. I do not understand. What did I do? Your mother and I have discussed this. Emma needs the space more than you do. Emma, my sister, of course. Can we at least talk about this in person? There's nothing to talk about. We've made our decision. Then Mom got on the phone. Her voice was different, colder than I'd ever heard it. Jake, your sister is starting a family. She needs stability. You've had plenty of time to get your life together. Mom, I literally live there. Where am I supposed to go? That's something you'll need to figure out. Emma and Brandon need this house. Brandon, her husband guy I'd met maybe 3 times before they got married. This is insane. You cannot just kick me out with no warning. We can, and we are. Your father left your belongings in the garage. Do not make this harder than it needs to be. She hung up. I sat there in my office feeling like I'd been hit by a truck. My assistant manager, Dave, asked if I was okay. I told him I had to leave early and just walked out, drove straight to the house. Well, the house I'd been living in since college pulled up across the street and just sat there for a while. Brandon's truck was in the driveway. Big, stupid lifted Ford with those annoying LED lights. Emma's car was there too. Through the living room window, I could see them moving around inside like they owned the place. Tried my key, did not work. The mailbox now said Emma and Brandon Mitchell instead of the Lawson family. My bedroom window had new curtains. Everything I owned was just gone. Brandon opened the front door. Hey man, your dad said you might stop by. Your stuff's in the garage. Side doors open. He said it so casual, like this was totally normal. What the heck is happening, Brandon? Look, I do not want any drama. Your parents decided to give us the house. We're grateful and all, but this is between you and them. Give you the house. They cannot just give you a house I'm living in. They own it. They can do what they want. Now, if you do not mind, I got work to do. He closed the door, actually closed the door in my face. Went around to the garage. Side door was unlocked like he said. My stuff was there in boxes and trash bags. Not even packed carefully, just thrown in. Found my laptop, my clothes, my tools, my books, all just dumped like garbage. Loaded everything into my car, took 3 trips. The whole time I kept thinking this had to be some kind of mistake, some weird misunderstanding that would get cleared up, but it was not. Ended up at a Holiday Inn that night. Sat on the bed with my laptop trying to process what just happened. Opened my banking app just to check my accounts, make sure nothing else was messed up. That's when I saw it. Auto payment $3,500 every single month for the last 2 years to the mortgage company. Oh, right. The mortgage. 2 years ago, Dad called me freaking out. They were behind on payments, about to lose the house, asked if I could help them refinance since my credit was good and theirs was not. I signed the paperwork, got them a better rate. Crisis averted. Dad said it was temporary. Said he'd get it sorted out and take over payments in a few months. I set up an autopay to help them out. And honestly, just forgot about it. After a while, it became background noise. $3,500 leaving my account every month like clockwork. I'd paid $84,000 toward a house they just kicked me out of. Sat there staring at that payment history until almost 3 a.m. My phone kept buzzing. Vanessa calling, finally picked up. Jake, where are you? I've been worried sick. Told her everything. She was quiet for a minute. I told you they were using you. I know. What are you going to do? I have no idea. But I did have an idea. Not a full plan yet, just the beginning of one. That autopay button was right there on my screen. One click, and it all stops. I did not click it though. Not yet. Something told me to wait and see how this played out first. Spent the next few days in that hotel room trying to figure out what the heck just happened. Called in sick to work Wednesday and Thursday. Could not focus on anything. Vanessa came by Wednesday night with takeout. She was pissed, not at me but at my family. I've been telling you for months something was off with them. I know. Every time we'd visit they'd make these comments. Your mom with her little digs about you still living at home while I'm sitting right there. Your dad always asking when you were going to get a real career going. She was right. I'd just been ignoring it because they're family and that's what you do. Right? Ignore the bad stuff. What are you going to do? She asked. I need to talk to Marcus. Marcus went to college with me. We were roommates junior and senior year. He's a real estate lawyer now. Does pretty well for himself. Called him Thursday morning. Dude, I need your help with something legal. What's going on? Explained the whole situation. The text, the locks, Emma and Brandon moving in, all of it. Then told him about the mortgage. Wait, the mortgage is in your name. Yeah, I refinanced it for them 2 years ago. Long silence on his end. Jake, do you understand what that means? That I've been paying their bills? No, man. It means you own that house legally. If your name's on the mortgage and the deed, that's your property. My brain kind of short-circuited for a second, but they've been living there for like 30 years. Does not matter. Who's on the deed, I do not know. I'd have to check the paperwork. Find it. Bring everything you have to my office tomorrow. Every document, every bank statement, everything. Met him Friday afternoon. His office is downtown. Nice place. Makes me feel like I should have tried harder in school. Spread all the paperwork out on his conference table. Marcus went through it piece by piece. Took him about an hour. Okay, so here's the situation. You're the primary borrower on the mortgage. Your parents are listed as co-borrowers, but you're the one with actual legal responsibility for the loan. Okay. And looking at these bank statements, you've been making every single payment for 2 years $3,500 a month. That's $84,000 total. Yeah. They cannot just give this house to your sister. They do not have the legal right to transfer property that has an active mortgage in someone else's name. So what does that mean? It means they screwed up big time. He kept digging through the documents, found something on his laptop. Holy Jake. What? Your parents listed the house for sale 3 weeks ago, showed me his screen. Real estate listing my childhood home, $275,000. Photos of every room, including my old bedroom, which was now set up as a nursery. How did you find that public record? MLS listings are all online. Scrolled through Emma's Instagram that night back at the hotel. She'd been posting renovation photos for months. New kitchen cabinets, fresh paint in the living room, new flooring in the bathroom. All those updates I'd been paying for without knowing it. Found Brandon's Facebook. He'd posted 2 months ago. Finally achieved the dream of homeownership. No more renting. Hard work pays off. Blessed IEA. Homeowner, hard work. This guy thought he worked hard for a house I was financing. Comments were full of people congratulating them. Emma's friends, their family, people I'd never met, all celebrating their achievement. Vanessa came over. Saturday, showed her everything. Are you kidding me right now? They're selling it apparently without telling you when you're literally paying the mortgage. Yep. She was more angry than I was at that point. I was just numb. What did Marcus say to do? He said to document everything, every payment, every message, every social media post, build a case. So that's what we did. Spent the whole weekend pulling records, bank statements, going back 2 years, screenshots of Emma and Brandon's posts, text messages from my parents, everything. Found out through my Aunt Carol that Emma's wedding last year, the one at that fancy venue, my parents told everyone they paid for it. I'd given them $8,000 toward the venue because Dad said they were short that month. Found another post from Emma's wedding day. So grateful to my amazing parents for making this day possible. Not a single mention of me. Marcus called Sunday night. I did some digging. The realtor your parents are using is named Sandra Wu, works for Prestige Realty. Okay. I called her office. Said I was a potential buyer. Asked about the property. She told me it's almost paid off. Just some minor paperwork to finalize. But that's not true. Exactly. Your parents lied to the realtor about the mortgage status. That's fraud, Jake. If they try to sell this property without disclosing the existing loan, they're breaking the law. Sat there that night staring at my banking app. That auto pay sitting there. $3,500 scheduled to go out in 3 days. The house listing was active. They were showing it to buyers planning to pocket the money. While I kept paying, Marcus texted, "Do not cancel the payment yet. Let's see what they do first." But I was done waiting. Monday morning, I logged in and canceled the auto pay. Then I waited for them to notice. First thing I did after canceling that payment was find an apartment. Was not going to stay in that hotel forever. Found a decent one-bedroom across town. Nothing fancy, but it was mine. Signed the lease Tuesday, moved in Wednesday. Vanessa helped me unpack the boxes from the garage. Most of my stuff was fine. Some things were broken, but whatever. How does it feel? She asked. Weird? Good. Weird, though. You seem different. I've got an extra $3,500 in my account this month. First time in 2 years. We ordered pizza that night. Sat on my floor because I did not have furniture yet. Felt more at home than I had in months. Checked my phone. 0 messages from my family. Took Vanessa to a nice restaurant Friday night. Place I'd always wanted to try but could not afford. Spent $200 on dinner and did not even feel bad about it. My phone was sitting on the table. Still nothing from them. Brandon posted on Saturday. Photo of him in the backyard grilling. Caption, Saturday vibes at the new place. My grill. He was using my grill that I'd left in the garage. The one I bought 3 years ago. Screenshotted it, added it to the folder Marcus told me to keep. Emma posted Sunday. Picture of paint swatches. Cannot decide on nursery colors. Help. Nobody asked where the nursery was or how they could afford a whole house. Everyone just treating it like they'd earned it somehow. Second week they started calling. Mom left sweet voicemails. Dad sent tense texts. Emma asking if I'd heard from them. I ignored all of it. Third week is when the panic started showing. Monday 3 missed calls from Mom. No voicemails. Tuesday 2 missed calls from Dad. 1 voicemail. Jake, this is getting ridiculous. Call me back. His voice sounded tense. Wednesday. Mom left another voicemail. Voice higher than normal. Jake, sweetie, please call me back. There's something we need to discuss about the house. It's important. And there it is. The house. Sent the voicemail to Marcus. He replied, they noticed. Do not answer yet. Thursday afternoon. Unknown number called. Let it go to voicemail. Hello, Mr. Lawson. This is Sandra Wu from Prestige Realty. I'm working with your parents on the sale of the property at 847 Maple Street. We've encountered some complications with the closing process, and I need to speak with you about the mortgage situation. Could you please give me a call back at your earliest convenience? Her voice was professional, but I could hear the frustration underneath. Sent the voicemail to Marcus. He called me immediately. The buyers probably found the mortgage discrepancy during their title search. The whole sale is probably falling apart right now. Good. You want me to call the realtor? Not yet. Let them panic a little more. Friday was insane. My phone went crazy. Mom called 4 times. Dad called 3 times. Emma called twice. Emma left a voicemail. Okay, what the heck is going on? The bank keeps calling Mom and Dad about payments or something. Do you know anything about this? An hour later, she called again. This time I answered, Jake? Oh my God, finally. What is happening with the house? You tell me you live there. The bank is calling saying something about missed payments and I do not understand. Mom and Dad said the house was paid off. Huh. That's weird. Wait long? Pause. Is the mortgage in your name? Paperwork's funny like that? Are you serious right now? You've been paying it this whole time, was not anymore? What does that mean? Means I stopped paying for a house I do not live in anymore. Remember? You guys changed the locks. Oh my God. She hung up. 10 minutes later, Dad called. I let it ring. Voicemail. I do not know what game you're playing, but this needs to stop. Call me back immediately. Then Mom called. Voicemail. Please, honey, we really need to talk. Something's wrong with the mortgage company. They're saying we're behind on payments. Texted Dad back. Not playing games. You said you'd figure out your own arrangements, so figure it out. Saturday morning, Vanessa came over with coffee. How many times did they call yesterday? Stopped counting at 20. We sat there watching a movie while my phone kept lighting up. Each buzz felt better than the last one. Sunday night, Emma sent a long text. Jake, please talk to us. I do not know what's happening, but we can work this out. Mom and Dad are really stressed, and the realtor keeps calling them about problems with the sale. Please just call them back. I read it twice, then turned my phone off. Vanessa looked at me. You good? Never better? My phone was still off, sitting on the table silent for the first time in days. Marcus texted my work phone. They're probably going into full panic mode by now. You ready for the next step? I replied. Yeah, let's do this. A mom texted Saturday morning. We need to talk, just coffee, please. Showed it to Marcus. He said, go let them talk, see what they try to pull. Vanessa offered to come. Nah, I got this, but stay on speed dial just in case. Met them at a diner halfway between my apartment and the house. Got there first, ordered coffee, waited. They showed up 10 minutes late. Dad looked rough bags under his eyes. Mom's makeup could not hide that she'd been crying. Then Emma walked in behind them. Did not expect that. This was an ambush. Brandon was not there, at least small favors. They sat down across from me. Emma was showing now, probably 5 or 6 months along. She had that pregnancy glow people talk about. Made the whole thing feel even more manipulative. Nobody said anything for a minute. Dad started, "There's been some confusion about the house finances." I just drank my coffee. Let him talk. "We did not realize you were still making the mortgage payments for 2 years, $3,500 every month. You really did not notice $84,000, Mom jumped in. "We thought your father was handling it, and I thought Dad owned the house. Turns out we were both wrong." Emma's eyes were red. "We thought it was paid off. Mom and Dad told us it was their gift to us. You cannot gift something you do not own. That's just stealing. We put our savings into that house," Emma said, voice getting louder. "New kitchen, new floors, everything. Show me the deed with your name on it then. Mom and Dad gave it to us legally because the bank seems pretty confused about that." She was getting loud enough that other people were staring. "Did not care. We're having a baby. We need this house." I stayed calm. "Congrats on the baby. Hope you budgeted for rent." Dad's jaw clenched. "You're really going to tear this family apart over money?" "Nah, Dad. You tore it apart when you texted me not to come back and change the locks." We were angry. "We did not mean." "You meant it enough to remove my name from the mailbox. You meant it enough to give my room to Emma. You meant it enough to try selling the house I was paying for." Mom could not say anything. Just sat there. "We raised you better than this," she finally said. "You raised me to pay my own way. That's exactly what I'm doing." Emma was crying now. "What do you want from us?" "Nothing. I do not want anything from you anymore." Dad leaned forward. "So you'll just let us lose everything?" "You're not losing everything. You never had it in the first place. That's the whole point. Dropped it on them then. Bank started foreclosure proceedings. You've got about 4 to 6 months before the auction depending on how fast it moves. Better start looking for apartments." Emma lost it. "You're making us homeless." "No, you made yourself homeless when you moved into a house nobody in your family actually owns." Brandon called Emma's phone right then. It was sitting on the table between us. Could hear him through the speaker. "Babe, what's happening?" Did he agree to help? Emma was crying too hard to answer. Mom tried the guilt trip. "Please do not do this. We're your family. Family does not change locks. Family does not erase people. You wanted me gone. Congratulations. You got what you wanted, and I got my $3,500 back every month." Emma wiped her eyes. "I will never forgive you for this." "Yeah, well, same." Stood up, dropped a 20 on the table for my coffee. "For what it's worth, I really did care about you guys." Past tense. Mom reached for my arm. "Please. You said Emma needs this house. She needs stability. Well, I needed a family and you picked the house over me. So now nobody gets either." Emma stood up. "You're choosing money over family. No, you chose a free house over your brother. I'm just choosing to stop paying for it." Walked out. Hands were shaking, but I kept walking. Got to my car, sat there for a second. Could see them through the diner window. Emma was having a complete breakdown. Dad had his head in his hands. Mom was on her phone, probably calling other family members to complain about me. Texted Vanessa. "It's done. They know everything now." She replied immediately. "How do you feel?" "Pretty good." Started the car, drove back to my apartment. My apartment with my name on the lease, my furniture, my rules. Phone started blowing up 20 minutes later. Extended family asking what was going on. Aunt Carol, Uncle Jim, cousins I had not talked to in years. Sent them all the same thing. Screenshots of the bank statements showing my payments. Screenshot of Dad's text telling me not to come back. Screenshot of the house listing. Let the evidence speak for itself. Most of them stopped asking questions after that. Vanessa came over that night with Chinese food. Your sister posted on Facebook. What did she say? Something about family betrayal and fake people? Real vague. Her friends are all commenting asking what happened. She say my name? No, but it's pretty obvious. Let her post whatever she wants. I've got receipts. We ate on my couch. My actual couch that I bought last week. You think they'll keep trying? She asked. Probably. But I'm done responding. Phone buzzed. Dad calling. Let it ring out. Feels good, does not it? Vanessa said. What? Not being their backup plan anymore. Yeah, it really did. The first week after that coffee meeting, Emma went completely insane on Facebook. Started with vague posts. You really find out who people are when things get hard. Then blood does not mean anything to some people. Her friends were all commenting, "You okay, girl? What happened? DM me if you need to talk." She never explained, just kept posting cryptic garbage every day. Extended family started calling. I sent them the bank statements and the text from Dad. One by one, they figured out the real story. The ones who just believed Emma I did not bother with. Thursday. Emma showed up at my apartment screaming in the hallway. Vanessa called me at work. Building security had to remove her. Got home to Vanessa filling out an incident report. Your sister's completely unhinged. Yeah, I'm starting to see that. Dad called wanting to buy the house. I quoted him full value. He said they could not afford it and wanted some equity. I laughed. Mom got on crying about Dad's blood pressure, told her he would not have mortgage payments to stress about soon. Hung up. Emma posted a long rant on Facebook naming me directly. Made it sound like I randomly screwed them over. Family who knew the truth called her out in the comments. She deleted it within 2 hours and blocked half the family. Months went by. Foreclosure paperwork kept moving forward. Marcus handled most of it, kept me updated on timelines and court dates. Friday, I got a cease and desist from some fake lawyer Brandon and Emma hired. Template website garbage. Marcus laughed. Sent back a real legal letter mentioning mortgage fraud and potential criminal charges. That shut them up for 2 weeks. Mom started texting old photos. Me and Emma as kids, family holidays. Vanessa pointed out none were recent. All from 10 years ago. They've been erasing you for a while, she said. You just did not see it. Blocked their numbers that night. Marcus called Saturday. Auction scheduled 3 weeks from now. Friday at 10 a.m. Should I go? It's your property. Might be interesting to watch. Yeah, I think I will. Want me there? Nah, but thanks. Vanessa insisted on coming, though. I'm not missing this. I want to see their faces when it's over. Could not argue with that. Day of the auction, I woke up feeling weird. Not nervous exactly, just aware that today was going to change everything. Vanessa met me at my apartment. You ready for this? As ready as I'm going to be. County courthouse steps at 10 a.m. Got there 15 minutes early. Place was more crowded than I expected. Maybe 20 people standing around with folders and clipboards. Real estate investors mostly. You could tell by the way they were dressed and talking to each other about property values and renovation costs. Spotted Sandra the realtor looking tired. She came over, apologized for the situation, said if she'd known the truth she never would have taken the listing. I just nodded. 9:55 a.m. My family showed up. Brandon's truck pulled up. That stupid lifted Ford with the LED lights, and all 4 of them got out. They all looked terrible. Emma was obviously pregnant now, had to be at least 8 months. Mom's hair was a mess. Dad looked like he'd aged 10 years. They spotted me and Vanessa standing near the courthouse steps. Emma started walking toward us. Mom grabbed her arm, stopped her. Brandon was staring at me from across the parking lot trying to look tough or intimidating or something. Did not work. I gave them a little wave. Just a small one. Vanessa snorted. You're terrible. I know. The auctioneer came out at 10 a.m. sharp. Older guy with a clipboard and a microphone. All right, folks. We've got several properties today. First up is 847 Maple Street. He rattled off the details. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,800 square feet. Needs some work but solid bones. We'll start the bidding at $200,000. One of the investors dropped out. $265,000. Going once, going twice. Last investor left, raised his paddle one more time, but nobody else bid. Sold for $265,000 to bidder number 47. Gavel came down. That was it. 20 minutes, and it was over. Years of family drama ended by some guy with a paddle and a bored voice. Emma literally collapsed onto one of the benches. Not like fainting, just her legs gave out. Brandon was yelling at the auctioneer about something. No idea what, like the guy was going to reverse the auction because Brandon was upset. Mom and Dad just stood there looking completely defeated. Dad saw me watching, started walking over. Vanessa tensed up. Want me to? Nah, let him come. He stopped about 3 feet away. You happy now? Happy is not the word, but I'm not unhappy. Your sister's about to have a baby. 8 months pregnant and now she's got nowhere to go. She's been pregnant for a while, had plenty of time to figure out housing. This is who you've become, this cold. You sent me a text saying, do not come back and change the locks. You taught me how to be cold, Dad. Mom walked up behind him. We're going to lose everything because of you. No, you already lost it. This just made it official. Emma stumbled over makeup running down her face. I hate you. Do you hear me? I hate you. I did not say anything. We're homeless because of you. Homeless. You're homeless because you moved into a house that nobody in your family owned or paid for. That's called bad planning. Brandon stepped up, got in my face. Watch how you talk to her. Vanessa moved between us fast. Or what, Brandon? You going to assault him right here with all these witnesses and that courthouse camera pointed at us? She gestured at the security camera above the entrance. Brandon backed off. Emma's voice went quiet. Scary. Quiet. You know I'm having a girl, right? Your niece, your family. I looked at her for a second. Hope you teach her better than you learned. Do not take things that are not yours. Even Mom looked shocked. Dad's mouth actually fell open. Come on, I said to Vanessa. We're done here. Started walking to the car. Emma was screaming behind us. You're dead to me. Dead. Do you hear me? I did not turn around, just kept walking. Got to the car, and my hands were shaking when I tried to get the key in the ignition. That was intense, Vanessa said. Yeah. You okay? Ask me in 5 years. We sat there for a minute. My phone buzzed. Marcus, after the mortgage gets paid off, and all the fees you're looking at, about $48,000 profit. Should hit your account in 3 weeks. Stared at the message. It's not even about the money anymore, I said. I know, Vanessa said. It's about being free. That weekend we went house hunting. Looked at maybe 8 places. Found this nice 3-bedroom with a fenced backyard. Needed some minor work, but nothing crazy. This one's good, Vanessa said, standing in the empty living room. Yeah. Office for you, guest room. And she trailed off. And maybe a kid's room eventually if you want. Someday. She looked nervous saying it. Yeah, I want that. But let's get married first. Do it right this time. Is that a proposal? That's a preview of a proposal. Real one's going to be better. We put an offer in that afternoon, both our names on everything. Equal ownership on every single document, the way it should have been from the start. Offer got accepted Monday morning, sat in my apartment that night looking at the paperwork. My house actually mine with someone who actually gave a darn about me. 6 months went by. 6 months of actually living my life instead of fixing everyone else's problems. Vanessa and I closed on the house. Moved in late summer. Spent weekends painting rooms and fixing up the backyard. Her cat claimed the bedroom window as his spot. Everything felt right for once. Work promoted me to senior regional manager. Better pay, better hours. Actually had time to do things I wanted to do. Zero contact from my family. Blocked numbers, stayed blocked. Social media stayed quiet. Life was good. Then Saturday morning my phone rang. Unknown number. Almost let it go to voicemail. Something made me answer. Jake, it's Emma. Her voice sounded different. Tired, defeated. What do you want? Please, do not hang up. I need to talk to you in person. Please. Every instinct said no, but I was curious. Where? That diner on 5th Street, the one near the old mall. When today? If you can. I know it's last minute, but 1 p.m. Come alone. Okay, thank you. Hung up. Vanessa was making coffee in the kitchen. That was Emma. What did she want? Do not know. Meeting her at 1 p.m. Want me to come? Nah, but thanks. Got to the diner at 12:55. Emma was already there in a back booth. She had the baby with her, little girl sleeping in one of those car seat carrier things. Emma looked exhausted. Not just new mom tired, defeated tired. Sat down across from her without saying anything. Thanks for coming. I nodded. This is Lily. Looked at the baby. She was cute, I guess. Maybe 5 months old, starting to get chubby. Babies all kind of look the same to me. Okay, long silence. Emma was staring at her coffee. We're in a 2-bedroom apartment on the east side. Bad area. Brandon's working 2 jobs. I'm on unpaid maternity leave. We're drowning. And Mom and Dad moved to Florida. Just left. Said they needed a fresh start away from all the drama. Did not say anything. They just abandoned us. Did not even say goodbye to Lily. Just packed up and left. Sounds familiar. She flinched at that. I thought maybe if you met her, your niece, you might… What? Give you money. I thought you might want to be in her life. Why would I want that? Because we're family. Actually laughed. Could not help it. Now we're family. When you need something… She started crying. Real tears this time. I did not know about the mortgage payments. I swear I did not. Mom and Dad told me the house was paid off, that it was their gift to us. And you never asked for proof? Never saw any paperwork. They're my parents. Why would I question them? Yeah, mine too. Look how that worked out. I know I screwed up. Okay, I know. Brandon pushed hard for that house. He wanted to look successful. I should have asked more questions, but I trusted them. What about the locks? Did you know about that? Not until after. Dad told me you'd gotten weird and hostile, that you left on your own and you believed him. You had not been around much. It made sense at the time. I was not around because every time I visited, Brandon made comments about me mooching off them while I was literally paying your mortgage. She did not have an answer for that. Baby started fussing. Emma picked her up, started rocking her. I need help, Jake. First and last month's rent on a better place. $3,000. I'll pay you back. I promise. No, please. I'm begging you. You know what's funny? I would have helped you before all this. Before the locks, before the lies, before everything. Then why? Because when Brandon called me a loser at Thanksgiving, you laughed. When Mom said I was selfish for not giving them more money, you nodded along. When Dad sent that text, you never called, not once. I did not know what to say. How about, that's messed up? How about, you're my brother? Literally anything. Baby was crying harder now. Emma was trying to get a bottle ready, hands shaking. I made a mistake. People make mistakes. You did not make a mistake. You erased me from the family while I paid for your life. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. So you're just going to let me struggle? I'm going to do exactly what you did. Live my life without you in it. She was completely falling apart now. Baby crying, Emma crying. Whole situation was a mess. You're punishing a baby for my mistakes. I'm not punishing anyone. I'm just not saving you. There's a difference. Brandon said you were too selfish to help. Guess he was right. How's Brandon's opinion working out for you so far? Stood up. Pulled out my wallet, dropped 2 20s on the table for your food. That's more than you gave me. Jake, please. I hope it works out for you. Really. But it's not going to be because of me. Walked out. She did not follow this time. Got to my car, phone buzzed. Vanessa, how'd it go? Exactly like you'd expect. Coming home. Yeah, 20 minutes. I'll order from that Thai place you like. Home. My home with someone who actually cared about me. Drove through my neighborhood. Nice streets, good schools, safe. Pulled into my driveway, my name and Vanessa's on the mailbox. Inside, Vanessa was on the couch with wedding magazines spread everywhere. You okay? Yeah, actually, yeah. She tried the guilt thing. Everything, the baby, the money, the family card, all of it, and said no. She hugged me. Proud of you. Thought I'd feel bad. Guilty or something, but you do not. No, I feel free. We planned the wedding over the next few months. Small thing, just close friends. Nobody from my family got invited. Never heard from them again. Eventually changed my number just to be safe. Aunt Carol would text Vanessa occasionally with updates. Parents were struggling in Florida. Emma and Brandon fighting constantly. Never asked for details. 1 year after the auction, Vanessa and I were on our back porch. Early evening summer, everything felt perfect. She had a small bump, 3 months along. We'd found out a few weeks ago. You ever think about them? She asked. Sometimes miss them. Thought about it. Really thought about it. No. I miss the idea of what I thought they were, not what they actually were. Think they'll reach out when they find out about the baby? Probably. When they need something. You going to answer? What do you think? She smiled. I think you're done being their backup plan. Phone buzzed. Unknown number. Looked at it. Let it ring out. Turned it face down on the table. You know what's crazy? I said what I spent years trying to make them proud. Turns out the only person's opinion that mattered was my own. That's deep. Nah, just true. We sat there quiet. His house, his wife, his kid, coming his piece built from the ashes of the family that threw him away. Never been happier. Some guy on Reddit once told me that the best revenge is living well. He was right. They wanted me gone, wanted to erase me, wanted my money, but not me. They got exactly what they asked for, just not the way they expected. And I got something better. I got free.